I feel like I've waited my whole life for this moment. To marry someone my dad would have been proud of. Someone that would have unconditionally loved me. And I think I found that. So I feel so much overjoy knowing that this is the man of my dreams.
This is crazy, right? It's also surreal once you sit down and think about it. I mean, we talked about it. We never thought this day would come, and then it just, boom. We started packing. We're like, we got 2 days to go.
I get to marry the love of my life in such a beautiful, beautiful city with my best friend. And we finally get to become family, officially, together and continue our lives together.
I went with Vegas because it's very me and Kana. We're both fun, outgoing people. We like to socialize. We like to meet people. We like to do new things all the time, and Vegas pretty much has all that. It's known throughout the world as a party city, and you know, nothing fits me and Kana better than that. I mean, we grow up, but you still always have that want to go out and have fun attitude. So I figured City of Lights would be the best one.
Zach chose Vegas because he wanted to be married by Elvis. Elvis Presley sings I Can't Help But Fall in Love with You. And that's one of his favorite songs to sing to me. But it explains every emotion that ran through both of us when we met, because our romance, I feel like, was a whirlwind. And it started off strong and quick, and it just tumbled and tumbled, and neither one of us could stop those feelings from happening. And I feel like that's why we chose this city to finally join together and be married by Elvis. I mean, who doesn't want to be married by Elvis, you know?
I knew it when I saw her, that I was kind of, yeah, I could be with her the rest of my life. And it just kind of grew from there. And I never had any doubts or anything, so I figured, why wait? Just do it now and have more time under our belts as married.
Our first date, I told the bartender at Longhorn that I was gonna marry this man and I was gonna have his babies. And she asked me why. And I was like, you know what? The way that man looks at me, I don't think I've ever been looked at before like that in my life by anyone. And I knew that in his heart that he wasn't messing around. This was what he wanted, and he wanted something long term, and he knew that he wanted it with me. And that was 4 days in. And I felt this overwhelming emotion to tell everybody I knew how much I adored this man. And they were like, didn't you just meet him? I'm like, well, yeah, but like, he's the most amazing man I've met by far. And he's continued to show that every single day since.
She's pretty terrific. I mean, everything about her, from her smile to her eyes to her laugh. She is definitely a woman that has passion on what she wants done. And if she wants it to be done, it's gonna be done. And it's just all about if you're gonna go with it or get run over by it. And I love that about her.
I knew that in my heart that this was a man that my dad would have wanted me to be with for the rest of my life. Someone who is unconditional to me and passionate and patient with me. And I think we all know that that's something that I need, is someone to ground me.
I've always been told by everyone that he would have loved me. He would have loved my attitude, and from the stories I heard about him, I would have really liked him too.
Yeah.
Me and him would have got along great, and I feel like me and him would probably get in a lot of trouble together. Just getting yelled at by Norma and Kana. I mean, he seems like a cool dude, and I'm just happy that he had Kana before he passed so that I could treat her the way she should be. And I think he'd be very proud at how I treat her and take care of her and our family. I think the biggest question I'd have to him, though, is how'd you deal with all of it? Between Norma and Kana growing up,
Every time I feel like my world's crashing, he's right there. And he wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. And the father that he is makes me fall more in love with him every time he's around, anytime he's around. Whether it's doing something simple for Knox or doing something for me, it makes me just fall all over again because I know I chose the best father in the world for our children and our future children.
She's a great mother. I love seeing her every day play with my son and just building a life with her. I'm ready. I'm ready to get married, and I'm ready to continue growing on with my life and growing with her and making memories together as a family and just, having more babies together and seeing what life has for us.
I don't think I've ever put into words what I actually feel about him. And everyone knows that that man lights up a room the second he walks in. And you can see that all over his face, anywhere he goes. And that's something I love about him, because even on our darkest days, he finds a way to make it brighter. For everybody, not just me, but everybody in our lives, everybody who's in our lives, he makes brighter by being there. I look forward to growth in general, growing as a couple, growing as parents, continuing to grow our family is the most important thing to me, because I never want that with anyone else. It's him. And I waited my entire life. I prayed for this my whole life, and it's here. And I cannot wait to marry that man. He is the only person in this world that I want to do this life with. And I hope that he understands that I'm in it forever, like till death.